Hello, my friends. Again, late night, and I'm happy to be with you instead in a bed with my husband. And I will start with good news. First, maybe I will say thank you to all the heroes who are letting us to have life so we can go to the groceries even once a week, but still the stores are available, or the nurses, the doctors, everyone who is working during this tough time, to me, is a hero. So thank you, all of you, my heroes, and thank you for your good work. And I know it's stressful. It must be horrific to go in the morning or in the evening, whatever, to serve others, to help others. But so I'm thankful to you. And the good news. In Germany, they started a new test for coronavirus. I will use that this time, the full name. It's the shot for tuberculosis. So it will be a good news for a lot of probably native people, because a lot of native people, at least in Canada, I know they were suffering from tuberculosis really badly, and whoever probably survived that illness will be stronger and will probably have the good immune system. I'm one of those people who survived tuberculosis. I was only 3.5 when I got it, and I was for 9 months in the sanatorium. It's like a hospital for young children's. Well, sanatoriums have separation from regular people, and for 9 months I was not allowed to see anyone from my family. I was lucky that there was one lady nurse who loved me, and she wanted to actually adopt me. I was friend with her even when I was adult. I was every time there was some reason to write her a letter. My mom was first writing the letters for me, and then I was writing, and I was meeting with her in Warsaw. So she's gone, but I was lucky that she fell in love with me. And what doesn't kill you make you stronger, and I hope that will protect me from getting that bug. And I just have to watch so I wouldn't bring anything to my husband, because I can be carrier without even knowing. And maybe that's the reason some people have some immune system from grandparents. Like my grandfather survived smallpox, and I was talking about this once before, and I said black pox. In Polish we call this black pox, but it's a smallpox. So I'm immune to that one too. So this will be at least the shot. They will be renewing the shots for people, and then that will protect people probably for at least for 1 year from being infected. So by 1 year they might find a new vaccine for that bug, and that crown bug, as we call this on this channel. Okay. Boris Johnson, his girlfriend, his fiancée, who is pregnant and expecting baby, I think in 5 weeks, she is diagnosed with crown bug, but she said that she's doing better now. So she was probably diagnosed a while ago, because he is already 2 weeks probably. Our prime minister is 3 weeks. Okay. And Karen, hello Karen. Will Joe Biden pick up Gretchen Whitmer, governor of Michigan? And I saw like holding something in your hands that is very liquidy and it's going through your fingers. So I don't know if she will be the one that he will hold to because it looks like she will go through his fingers. Sorry, Karen. Christina Robinson is another person who is from asking question from comment section. Did Joe Biden assault Tara Rade, his former staffer? And I was curious too, did he really assaulted her? It's very unusual because he never had any problems with being accused. Usually men who are doing this, they are never stopping on one footstep. They are usually doing more traceable steps. As an answer, I saw open door. No one is really doing something really nasty when the doors are open. Usually it's behind the door. So there was maybe something, but not too big, not too bad, because I didn't see this as very much an insult. But that's what I have seen, open door. And I have to be honest with you what I'm seeing. To the people who are first time watching me, I ask a question and then as an answer I see a picture. When I'm doing private reading, someone will be counting to 3 and I will close my eyes and it's like a very fast meditation. When people are counting to 3 and they ask me a question, they are counting to 3 and pulling 3 cards, and then I'm saying what the vision was first and then what the cards are telling as well. And usually the cards are like extension of my vision, so they experience this, that I'm doing the reading, book, and I'm answering the same time question as with card, first with vision and then with cards. Deborah Hoban. Will Trump have a mental breakdown in public? How soon? And I think he will feel like he has a python snake on his throat and he will be feeling like everything is choking him. He will be really upset to the point that he will lose control over himself. He will feel suffocated. He's not a very patient man, and I think that will be something that will cause him to feel that everything is against him and he will have a breakdown. And I will pull 3 cards. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to work. He will have to take back, so he might even leave this podium because something, he wants to tell us that he is such a good worker. He is doing such a great job every day. He is bragging. Something can be black and he will tell you it's white because I'm telling you it's white. And that he was making so many great choices. He will be, in his mind, he don't understand that he is doing something wrong. He feels that because he is saying people, they have to listen to him and obey his point of view. And it's not like that. Sorry, honey. People are losing trust in you. So, Mr. Maestro, sorry. I know people don't want me to say honey about him, but okay. Deborah Haven. Oh, that's what she already asked me. Okay. E. Ryan. Will people with Group A blood, why people with Group A blood are more symptomatic and Group zero. Sorry. In Polish is zero, group zero, but in English is group O. Ale. So group O is more resistant to that bug, and group A is very easy to attack, to be a victim. And I saw group A and group O. Group A I saw is a bigger one. It's more sticky, and it's going through some net. And group O can go through it, and group A is stuck to this one. So there is a different. And then I check on Google, and it looks like they are completely differently built. So group A has those little things that they can, like when you are throwing it's not a dot, but with this rubber thing, and the kids will be throwing to the window and it will get sticky. So this one is more easy to get sticky, and group zero, it's going through. Dawson blocks. How do you think the House and Senate results will go, and who will win? That's a nice question. As an answer, I saw a scene from Universal Studio many years ago, when the kids were little. We went to Universal Studio, and there were different. It was 1 year after the earthquake in San Francisco, but we were in Los Angeles, and in Universal Studio they had that virtual reality. The flooding came in unexpectedly, and then it disappeared. And that's what I have seen. So it was controlled by the people who are making those effects. And it was a flood that came in. And I remember we were calling this blue wave last time when the Democrats won the House. So I think it will be something like that coming to the House and Senate, like a huge control wave, and flooded everything. And then a few minutes later, everything was dry, and so nice effects. There was avalanche that time and other things. We still have those videos that we were watching not long ago with my husband. Sometimes we are going to the memories, and I remember that one was, and the shark was that time popular. Okay, Ryan. Do anyone from Trump administration is profiting from Crownback test? Was that the reason to delay this testing in USA? As an answer, I saw 2 Nike symbols. Yes. To me, it's always the Nike symbol. Yes. So I think there is at least 2 people who are profiting from that in his administration, or maybe even more. But the symbol was, yeah, for sure. There were some people who were profiting from that tests, and that's the reason he is using this. Now anyone who is coming for a meeting with him has to go through the test, 15 minutes test, and then they know that those people can come and talk with Trump. Sherry Collins, can you look when Trump will be in next 4 months? And I saw him. That's a throne. That's a white. In a white office, a big desk, and he's sitting. and he is feeling like he is isolating himself from anyone. He feels isolated. So I think in 4 months he might started having the results of his people abandoning him. They will be thinking that he is not a good leader. The destruction of the country is something that they can't help him. I said long time ago, the big fish will start smelling from the head, and the rest of the GOP will go different direction. They wouldn't like to smell like a big fish. Deborah Hovan, do you see if the world will suffer a depression? Yes, I think people will feel like they are animals in the cages, depressed and unreliable, crazy, to the point that they will be isolated in the cages in mental institutions. Because a lot of people will have that post-traumatic stress disorder, and they will feel like they don't know. Losses of loved ones, losses of money, that will be something that a lot of people will feel broken. They will feel like they can't really face it. So a lot of people will feel so much in the press, and it's all over the world. It's not only in USA or Canada or in Poland or France or Spain. A lot of those people who will survive that drama, they will suffer eventually. So I saw maybe two edgy picture, but that is just a symbol. I'm not saying that everyone will be isolated, but a lot of people will suffer, and they will suffer inside their own body. They will feel like they are in cages, that they will feel unable to operate the way they used to did. Patty Tracy, is Rudy Giuliani still alive? I saw him alive, walking one direction, another direction, you see, but he is like the house that he is in, the apartment building, but it's squeezing, like the ceiling is getting lower and lower, so he feels like claustrophobic and feeling afraid. He will feel that something is pushing him down too much. It could be that he will be facing some illness and he will feel sick, because he is that group age that, and I don't think he's taking a good care of himself, so he's probably abusing alcohol, and he might be affected by the illness even. I will pull 3 cards for Rudy Giuliani, because I don't have the best feeling for his future. The same when I'm thinking about Barr. He will have to recover, so he will go through the illness. He will have to, the shaky tower. Yes, something will be really bad in his life. Who knows how he will survive. Going back to, he will be mentally even affected as well after that. So he will be going back to childhood memories, feeling more like a big child. I think this crown back might affect him. Shaky tower is not a good with, well, he will recover, but how well he will recover, we don't know. And that was for him. Okay. Jane A. Harron. Please do reading on Senator R. Rand Paul. He's the one that got the crown virus not long ago, and he came back to the Senate knowing that he took the test already, that there is suspicion that he might have that back. He went to the gym in the Senate, he went to the swimming pool, and 2 years ago he was in a fight with his neighbor, very neighborly neighborhood. I'm sorry that I'm laughing, but the neighbor broke his jaw and his lung was partly removed, so they must be fighting like a gentleman from GOP. And I will put the cards for him to know how he is, and I will try to have vision when I'm pulling the cards. And the vision that I have is very unpleasant. There was a long time ago popular those big balls, and I don't have any paper here. Okay, this one has the paper. And they were very big and people were sitting on them. You remember those balls? You can bump on them and jump on them. It looks like a huge balloon, but you hold to the ears or horns and you jump on that. They will have to put him on the machine to save his life, because that it doesn't look that will be easy. He will feel like he's tortured, like when you are dancing on that ball. That's kind of how he will feel. And I pulled 3 cards, so I want to know what they are saying. Shaky Tower, Hanging Man, reason for recuperating, and Judgment. So I'm not going to say more about that. I think it doesn't look too good for his health, and hopefully I'm wrong. I don't want to be correct. But doesn't look too good, and the vision that I had was not, if it's symbol for him to be jumped like that, he will be fighting for his life. Hopefully he will recover, because there is one hopeful card over there that recovery. So I don't want to finish this on the very sad way, but Anna Lee 2222 number, that's her name from the comment section. Thank you, Anna, for that question. When I'm sharing my stories, she came with the idea for me to write a book with the title Violetta, My Life as a Psychic. Thank you. And I have to be honest with you, Anna Lee. The day that my son asked me to do those videos, I was not prepared that he will ask me. But who knows, maybe intuitively I knew what will happen that day. Because in the morning at the store, it was Saturday, it was very quiet, and I started writing a book about my premonitions that time, the things that were coming through in my life. And I thought, well, if something will happen, I will leave this to my children. And after that, I started doing the channel, and I never even, I had the book, but I didn't go too far. So yes, you were correct. I was thinking about writing maybe one day when I will be retired. My first recollection of my psychic abilities, that's how I started, and there is only probably 5-7 pages that I was able to write that day. And my life went completely different direction. I'm so happy because I'm thinking all the time about my viewers and my friends, and I'm all the time trying to be as honest as possible with my visions. Not always they are the most plausible. Even now about Paul Ryan was not the one that I wanted to share with you. I wanted to be very positive. But we have to be prepared we have to pray for him. There are no enemies, there are humans, and we have to pray for everyone who is suffering, who is depressed, who is sick with that illness, and for the people who are helping us. And thank you very much for being with me, for watching me, for your comments, for being friends. And Beverly Lejewski, I'm looking forward to see you, because we had quite a few talks. Beverly Lejewski is the lady who is writing all my predictions and sending me. So she became a widow recently, and my best wishes to you. You know what I mean. And yeah, I feel like I'm gaining friends because I'm doing what I'm doing. And every morning I'm living what will be in the next video, what people ask me, and I'm not planning what I will answer. It's just split second that I'm getting the messages. So that's the easiest part to answer, but I have to write them down and then to tell you about them. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. If you can stay at home, just feel like you are as well big hero by staying at home. And who knows, maybe that injection to be re-injected with tuberculosis will save people's lives. So we have to hope for every opportunity that the university, that the smart people of the world are sending us, and that will be great. And that was on CNN today, actually, that I heard about. And I talked with my brother who lives in Germany, and he said, yes, that's what they are working on. So I might not get the injection because I will be probably resistant, but everyone who went through, and probably the parents who went through, or grandparents, that may be the reason some people are not infected, because that tuberculosis was a big thing after the war in Europe, especially. A lot of people were infected. And maybe that's the reason they can't figure out why some people are not getting the virus. Maybe because they had that immune system already stronger because of that. Thank you. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Wash your hands.